Based on that, I bet you can guess where the modern idea of the condominium came from. Yeah, colonialism. When colonial powers like France and England couldn't agree on who owned some strip of land on the other side of the planet, they decided just to share it and deal with the problem later. Condominiums were commonplace in the 19th century, like the Oregon Country, shared between the United Kingdom and United States from 1818 to 46. Africa had a few as well, like Egypt, a condominium of France and the UK from 1876 to 82. At the time, Egypt also included Sudan, making it part of the condominium. In the 1890s, Egypt became independent enough to share Sudan as a condominium with the UK. That lasted until 1956. It's worth noting that as a result, Abyei has spent 75 of the last 125 years as a condominium. By comparison, Pheasant Island has spent almost 125 years as a condominium. France and Spain had been fighting over who owned what around the delta of the Bisadoa River for centuries, but by 1901 they'd long since come to an agreement. To commemorate their historical rivalry and to celebrate their contemporary friendship, they decided to make Pheasant Island a condominium. And it's no coincidence that it's small and uninhabited. Pheasant Island is a monument to cooperation, whereas Abyei is a monument to neglect. The difference is whether the lives of real people are negatively impacted by its status. Of all the people living in condominiums around the world, 96% of them live in Abyei, and it's easy to see why. Condominiums work best when nobody lives in them and they're just an interesting tiny dot on a map. Next time on Weird Borders, why the first American Civil War was fought over Toledo, Ohio. So follow if you'd like to see that, and thanks for watching.